Hello everybody, back here again for another vlog a day, and today is Tuesday the 28th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got up this morning, decent time frame, didn't have any dogs here, so it's kind of odd for me. It's not something I get too used to yet, but it's been happening a little bit more lately, so it's always kind of slow this time of year, but it kind of is what it is. I had a handful of clients' dogs that have passed away, and a couple moved away, and just realize it kind of is what it is. So, but yeah, got a couple things done. Went and jumped in the hot tub. Wife got off to work without issue. Her day went smoothly. Everything was good to go. Got out, hung around the house a little bit. Got a little housework done. Messed in the yard. Like, it just seems like there's always something in the yard needs to be done. So got a little bit of that taken care of, and reached out to I guess it'd be an acquaintance. I wouldn't really call him a buddy, but somebody I've known for a few years, kind of off and on, mostly through Facebook. But he has an old motorcycle he's wanting to get rid of, and we had hum-hawed around talking about trying to buy it off and on at different times, and it's finally the time's gonna work. I can go pick it up. So I reached out to him, made sure he was there and he was gonna be home. He said yep, he's around. So he works from home, so he's around most of the time, but still wanted to check, make sure something hadn't come up. So went and drug the trailer out, and I finally got my plate back for it. It's the one they screwed up, and they didn't change it when I still had it. Even though it's registered here in Florida, I had it tied to my Iowa driver's license. I switched to Florida driver's license. They just didn't move that over to me for some reason. So got it all done, got the plate on it, got that taken care of. One of my taillights isn't working. I don't know why, but they're just really cheap, shitty taillight kit that I bought that it was kind of expected and wouldn't work. But still got one taillight, and you can see the brake lights on my car. It's a short trailer, so not really too concerned about it. But went ahead and pumped all the tires up. They were both low, but like I said, this thing's been sitting for at least 2 years, might be 3 years. Like, I moved across the street, like when I bought the house, and that's it. Like, I don't think I've really moved it anywhere since. Like, I don't use it for anything anymore. So now I don't have a truck, got to start building a trailer more often. So went ahead and ordered a new light kit for it. So got it from Amazon. Looked on Harbor Freight, and it's like less than half the money for what looks like a better kit on Amazon than what Harbor Freight has. So I'm like, screw it, let's try it, because I've been using the Harbor Freight kits, and they went up in price quite a bit, and the quality is still trash. But it was cheap enough, never cared. But we'll go. I'm going to LED now, so hopefully that makes a difference, and it'll last a little longer. Who knows? We'll see. They're supposedly 100% submersible, although my trailer doesn't like get back. It's not a boat trailer, so it's not going underwater. But at some point, I might want to throw a jet ski on it and pull it down the water. But mostly down here, it's just so much rain, so much humidity. A fully waterproof LED light should do better. So got my straps, everything ready to go. Reached out to him, made sure he was still good. And I told him about an hour away from me. So he said, yep. So when I get close, I'll hit you up, give you a heads up that I'm, pulling in kind of thing. I'm like 10 minutes out. So drove over, pretty much an eventful experience. He's over almost like Orlando, but it's like a weird spot that I don't get an eye for. It's easier to go down 95 than come over like through Christmas, Florida and whatnot. So get there, and the bike's a little bit rougher than what it was described as, but it is what it is. I'm not really too concerned. It's so damn cheap, I don't really care. So, but need some work, need some brake work for sure. And then the injector fighting clean. It's got old gas in it because he used to ride it a lot. Then he moved down here to Florida, and the roads down here aren't really as, I guess, fun to ride a sport bike on as they are up in like the mountains. So a lot less curves down here, a lot less windy roads. So he kind of stopped riding it. Plus, I think the guys he rode with up there, he didn't fall into a new group to ride with here. And a lot of people don't want to ride alone. They don't feel safe riding alone. So where I actually feel safer riding alone, because every major crash I've had, except for one, has been at the fault of other people that's caused issues. So I'm actually safer by myself than I am in a group. So there's that. But I looked the bike over, and like I said, it needs some work. He supposedly drained the gas out, added new gas to it, and I don't think he drained all the gas out. He was adding new gas to it because it's still running like shit, but it is what it is. I gotta figure out, he claims it has new injectors in it. Like, he goes, it probably has 1,000 miles on it before they got parked with the new injectors. But if you run the bad gas into them, they're now dirty too. So I gotta decide if I'm gonna pull them out, replace them, or pull them out and try and get them cleaned. So who knows? They're fairly cheap. The brake master on the front brake, the plunger doesn't come out anymore, so it's completely gone. So it froze up, which again, from setting for a few years, it tends to do that kind of stuff, but it's like $50 to buy a new one. So went ahead and got all that stuff looked at, got that when I got back home. I got a got it ordered, was able to start the bike up and rode up on the trailer. And it was funny because there's no brakes, no at all, like there's none. So you're trying to ride a bike up onto your trailer and then not overrun your trailer and crash your bike into the back of your car. So that was an interesting little fun experiment. But got up there, got it done, got it all strapped down, got it tied in tight, then headed out, drove a few miles, checked it again, made sure it wasn't going nowhere, so it was all good to go. Then drove on home and got it unloaded, got it put in the garage. And on the way home, I stopped at one of the car washes. I looked down by Titusville, looked on the map, and it was one of those like automatic car wash only. It's like, it doesn't say that on the thing or whatever. So I wasn't gonna drive my trailer through an automatic car wash. It doesn't work that way. So came on home, there was a car wash up here that I thought was worth a few bucks. I put $3 in the machine. It was enough to give it a quick bath to wash off most of the big heavy garage dirt. So definitely not clean by any means, but it looks a lot better when my wife sees it when she gets home tonight. So stuck it in the front of the garage, moved a couple things so it's where she can still get her car in and not have a problem. And she we talked about it. I told her a couple weeks ago that I kind of bought a bike. I agreed upon a price, I'll take it and whatnot, and then we never got together. So I think she kind of knows, just doesn't know it's coming home today. So she's gonna pull in and find a new motorcycle in the garage, but it's all good. So I'm not a crotch rocket guy, I'm really not, but this thing was $800, so I could not pass it up. And I figure even if I do new injectors, and I'll probably change out the water pump and a few things that are known to go bad on these bikes that I'll go ahead and update and change out. If I'm into it for $1,500, I ain't gonna be that bad. And it's a great loaner bike for people that want to borrow the thing once in a while. Or who knows, I might decide to even take it up to some track day someday, find some full leather setup and see if I can't get a lesson on how to ride a motorcycle around the racetrack. So definitely not something I've done before, not something I'm really sure I would enjoy, but I don't want to spend 10 grand on a race bike to find out that I hate it. This one I'll spend more on the leather than I will on the race bike. So hopefully I can find a used set of leathers or even borrow a set of leathers from somebody that is already kind of going out of date, so I can use up some old leathers and try it out before I spend a bunch of money and find out I hate that sport. So, but yeah, got it all home. I was glad I made it home safe, didn't fall off the trailer, all that good fun stuff. So overall wasn't too bad. And then, like I said, I got the parts I needed ordered for it, and then gonna head up to tomorrow. Gotta take my father-in-law to the doctor, which I found out my wife got home from work. She got home. I went for my run also. Got back from my run. It was kind of late, so I got back, grabbed a shower. She got home from work, asked me if I'd take her dad to the doctor tomorrow. She planned on taking him, but with everything going on, the new training and stuff, she's kind of overrun at work and doesn't want to be gone for 2 to 3 hours as it takes the doctor's appointment. So she said she would appreciate if I would do it instead. So I told her I would be willing to do that because there's not much I wouldn't do for her. So went ahead and did that. I thought, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go get a motorcycle lift table. Just one of the hand pump ones from Harbor Freight. It's cheap, but everything I've looked into, everybody says they work and it's good to go. So I'm like, cool, I'll get that, and then go have that on the trailer. I hooked up the car, so I didn't bother to hook up the trailer. So made it a little bit easier in life to kind of take care of that. So we ended up having dinner. We were gonna add some shrimp to leftovers we had, to kind of add a little more protein. She pulled out the shrimp package and realized that it was out date by like a year and a half. And then we found some chicken and a couple other frozen things that were also out date like a year and a half. And what it was is back when my mom used to live here, she would buy up a lot of stuff that she never ate, she never cooked. A lot of times she'd think she was gonna make something, so they'd buy it and just set in the freezer or the pantry, and it would never get used. And then she'd go buy more stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, how about we don't go to the thing? When she first moved out, we literally bought like, I don't know, probably 20% of what we spent on groceries when she was here, and just ate through our pantry for like 6 months. Like, just ate through it. But apparently we didn't get, it was the inside freezer, and we never used the inside freezer for like food. It was more for drinks and ice cream and stuff and whatnot. So we kind of didn't know these were there. So deal with it. I decided to do some tater tots and some beanless chili, like we put on chili dog, and knocked it out. And then I went ahead, before my tater tots were fully done, I threw on some mozzarella cheese and melted that down and dumped the chili on top and made myself a nice little, like a tater tot casserole kind of looking thing. It turned out real good. Where my wife had her leftovers, which is enough for her to have. So she ended up with actual more leftovers than what she thought she was gonna have. So I could have ate them too, but I didn't at that point. I said I'd have it. You can use it later, so not a big deal. But I had herself a nice little dinner, and then I headed back outside, enjoyed the slightly chilly weather. It's not too bad. got myself a nice little evening, a nice little cigar, and then headed in and was just exhausted. I was just tired. I don't know what. So I didn't even like have a snack or anything. I just grabbed my bottle of water and then turned on a comedy Netflix special and went to sleep. So yeah, it's pretty much what it was. So it is all good. But yeah, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.